Today I am going to cover the topic of medical gas pipeline system. So Mgps system, basically it consists of medical gas pipeline system. Why the importance of this system, gentlemen, is because of the COVID-19, the first wave as well as the second wave pushed us on the executives to improve this infrastructure which is existing as well as update within a very short time frame. So whatever experience and whatever challenges we have faced, I thought I will put across to all the audiences through this Mgps system. So let's start. I will be covering this topic again into the 3 stages. That is, first is the planning, second is the execution, and third is the maintenance. If one go about categorically in all these 3 stages properly, we should be able to address this issue in the short time frame, as well as there will be no further problems faced by the G maintenance or the executives on ground. So to start with Mgps system, first it is medical gas pipeline system. As you all are aware that medical gas, they are consisting of different 4 types of things. One is the oxygen, which is generally all of us are aware during the COVID crisis. This is where the most important thing is laying of oxygen pipeline. Second is the nitrous oxide, medical air, and carbon dioxide. Then coming on to the various other systems, how the Mgps system can be provided. One is the central supply system, where there is an oxygen generator, and another is there is a local unit, which are the cylinders which can be initially filled from the factory, and they can all directly placed on the manifolds and oxygen can be supplied to the ward. Now various components which are the part of this are, first most important are the copper pipes, then are the isolating walls, then pressure monitoring, area alarm system, as well as the automatic control panel and vacuum pump. So coming on to the planning, first of all we must be clear from the user side that which all gases are to be planned through this pipeline system. We must be clear on location of outlets, how many number of wards, how many number of ICUs, and which all places the outlets are required. Also we should ensure during the planning stage the continuity of supply and various kinds of pipes, and the pressure dynamics we must be catering for. That minimum pressure of 4 bar has to be catered at the terminal end. Coming to the pressure drop, when the distances in walls are more, then the pressure drop of almost 5% has to be taken into consideration during design. Secondly, when you are placing the manifolds, there has to be a raised level loading so that there are less hazards due to the handling of the cylinder. Access to manifold rooms should be from open air, not from the corridors or other rooms. Vacuum unit appropriately should be capacity should be selected. Now coming to pipeline material, the medical gas line pipeline, it should have BS standard, which is 1412/1996, as well as we should have seamless and round drawn size conforming to BS standards, as also the diameter of size to be chosen appropriately for supply of liquid volume / flow rate of gases at terminal unit. Gentlemen, area alarm system, again this is the most important part of the Mgps, where it should be placed at the nursing stations. One must plan the layout of the LED so that it is easily visible to the people who are operating. It should be displaying the pressure at various MGS pipelines, and it should be having a proper LED display for high and low alarm for the pressure of the gas at the each set point. There are terminal units, gentlemen, at the place where there is the patient. So here again we have to ensure that double lock outlets are there as per the BS standards. There should be color coding of this system for which all gases, which all outlets. There are different types of colors which are given details in our manuals. Also we should have flexible hoses which should be connecting between the connectors and the final terminal units. Coming to the ward vacuum units, it should have minimum 600 ml reusable collection jar which should be made of unbreakable polycarbonate material. Next parameter which has to be kept in mind is the humidifier, and the range that is around 0 to 15 liters per minute it has to be catered for. And humidifier bottle should be made of unbreakable, again, polycarbonate material. Now gentlemen, coming on to the automatic control panel and manifold, there has to be having 2 banks. One is the duty bank, another is the standby bank. In the standby bank and duty bank, cylinder automatically changes based on the pneumatic pressure. If the pressure reduces, then it goes for the supply from the standby. And we must also be catering for the nitrogen oxide, which is used only for operating room. So it should be placed away from the sunlight or from the source of heat. Talking about the vacuum system, what all parameters one should come into the mind is which all places this system is going to be provided, number of units, for example wards, intensive care units, treatment rooms, operating rooms. So, more number of rooms, the capacity of the vacuum and the suction pumps goes high, so that has to be planned properly. Now gentlemen, some of the follies or some of the issues which are propping up during the execution, which one must keep into mind is the pipes and the walls are meeting as per the standards which have been told as per the BS manuals and all. Secondly, one must make sure that all the pipelines which are running throughout the system, right from the place where it is originating till the terminal unit, they all should be supported properly so that there is no sag. Subsequently, this sag will lead into the further pressure drop. Also, one must keep in mind the clamps which are going to be used. They should be non-reactive with the copper tubes. Otherwise, over a period of time, these clamps will cause corrosion and they may lead to leakage of the gases. And one more thing which must be involved during the copper to copper is silver blazing filler material should be used for the brazing. All exposed pipes should be color coded as per the IS standard 2379, and after erection of the pipes, it should be flushed with dry nitrogen and then pressure tested with the dry air pressure so that it is equal to 1.5 times of the working pressure. There is again checking of digital alarm system to be placed at the nursing station. It should be tested for LED display and audible alarm. Required pressure, either it is set in the automatic control pattern or for the manifold, it should be regularized and properly checked before the finalization of the project. Now coming to the final stage, where in case it happens that the GE project or the person who has planned, if it is planned and executed well, then there is less worries during the maintenance. However, once the project comes into the stage of maintenance, following tips are there for maintenance GE to make sure. First is the round the clock, the whole system has to be manned with by the trained person. The Mgps has to be with 100% generator backup and fire security. The location should be clearly marked so that it is easy identification for the emergency. Also, one should make sure that there are proper SOPs followed and logbooks are maintained while charging the cylinders. Annual maintenance contract is one of the thing important, which should be preferably given to the original person who has manufactured or who has laid down the initial pipeline. He should have minimum 3 years of experience. Leak test should be carried out quarterly basis, and I already told 24 hours manning trained person should be there. Mock drills of pipeline failures or in case of fire and explosion should be regularly conducted. That's all gentlemen. I hope this short video on the Mgps system, right from the design planning parameters as well as execution and the maintenance problem and the challenges which are faced, I have covered. It will be able to help you for speedy and proper execution of the medical gas pipeline system. Thank you.